Hello, my name is Matthew, and today we're going to go over how to calibrate a star probe. When it comes to star probes, there are a bunch of different types of star probes. We're going to go over how to calibrate the custom-built star probes that you can buy from Hexagon. The ones that are available are the M2 star probe, the M3 star probe, or the X1C DST200 star probe module. And these all kind of calibrate in a very similar way. So we're going to go over them in this video. To start, what is important is making sure that your CMM has the probes be square in your machine coordinate system. That way, when you're probing, you can ensure that you can get to your proper features without shanking out. So the ways that you can go about doing that are, for this particular one, what you do is you tighten this little bottom piece. There's a little adapter piece you can shove through this little hole, and that allows you to tighten it down and get it square. And the last one is the X1 probe. And again, there's a little Allen key that goes right here, and this is how you square it up. In the event that you needed to square up an X1, X3, or X5 head, Hexagon does have a kit that allows you to square up in your machine. It's called the Swift Set. What this allows you to do is it comes with adapters that plug in to this collet piece, and it allows you to square up your probes to any angle that you choose. So this could be a nice little tool if you needed to get to specific angles with a probe, or with your star probe, like the 90-degree star probes that I showed previously. If you want to get those square, this can work really well for this. Contact your sales team if you wanted to purchase this item. So now we're going to get into the specifics of building a star probe. So the way we start this is opening up a new routine. I'm just going to call it test. And once that loads, we have to go ahead and give our new probe a name. I'm going to call mine test star. And once you do that, it's going to go ahead and populate this list with all applicable components. In this case, I have nothing defined, so nothing's there. From here, I can hit my drop down, and my particular wrist is an HH-AS8OWT 2.5. The way I know that is on the back of the wrist. That's what it says. From here, I have a HP-S-X1H. Again, the way I know that is on the back of the component. Since I'm building a star, I'm going to do the pre-built star that I had showed you with the X1H naming. And that particular one is called this one, the 5-way adapter. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Once I click that, you will see that there are now 5 empty connections. Those 5 empty connections are this. So on my CMM, I have its x-axis and its y-axis, and I have different pieces that can go on there. The way this works is as follows. 1 goes straight down, 2 points in x plus, and the rest of them go clockwise around. So if I look here, I have 5 pieces, and I have 5 empty connections. Therefore, if I wanted to build a star probe that all had 3x20s on it, I could then do my 3x20s and build it this way. And this would be all of those probes, right? So that would be this one. However, not everyone fills out every component. So the one that we're actually going to do on my machine is this one, where we have ports 1, 2, and 5 filled in. So I'm going to hit the delete key and remove the probes we have here. So the way this fills in is, again, I can go and fill in 1 and 2. You'll notice that now when I fill in 5, it makes this tip 3. That's okay, you can do it that way, but I really like to keep this probing convention, where tip 5 is always facing in the Y minus. So how do I do that? Well, if I fill in these components with anything, as long as it's a tip, and then go back and remove those tips, now empty connection 5 is tip 5. Makes it a little easier if you were to give this program to someone else to kind of keep track of things. So I call it a pro tip. Okay, so now that I have my probe built, how do I go ahead and calibrate it? Well, best practice is to always calibrate with your master probe first. Master probe, primary probe, call it what you want. It's whatever you locate the sphere with. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to calibrate my master probe. Make sure all these settings are the way I like. And we're going to go ahead and measure. If my tool has moved, I either do yes manual or DCC to locate with the master probe. In this case, my tool has not moved, so I can go ahead and hit yes DCC. And now it'll go and probe the sphere. Okay, now that I've located my sphere with my master probe, now I am free to calibrate my star probe. And the way I do that is select the probe I just built, which was called test star. I hit measure, leave these however I want, ensure that I have the same sphere selected, hit measure, and this answer should always be no. And the machine will go back and swap to the proper probe if it is added to the rack. If this is your first time building a probe, my recommendation, well, first time building a star probe, my recommendation is to run it slow because you want to ensure that the probe doesn't crash. It can be quite catastrophic when that happens. All right, so we're done with calibration. One last thing that we can do, it is optional. We can open up the results tab and confirm how all of this looks. And that's it. Our probe is now calibrated and ready to work.